So today I am going to try to create a Python script that can hopefully help me shiny hunt in my emulator for Pokemon. Currently running um, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and I want to shiny hunt. You know, I mean, there's multiple methods to shiny hunting, right? So we can either go for the SOS method, or you could just go for the standard encounters. Right here, I've currently saved right in front of a raccoon. Let's try it out. How crazy would it be if I get it now? Yeah, I thought so. Um, but I basically want to just run a little Python script and just have it like be able to make inputs and then basically see whether or not a Pokemon is shiny, like, it'll automate this whole process, check if it's shiny. If it isn't, it'll restart and it'll keep on trying. I want to have like a counter or something like that. And I want it to notify me whenever it finishes out a Pokemon. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I was thinking about maybe like checking the certain pixel color or something like that and seeing like if this pixel right here isn't this yellow, then like it's a shiny, but I don't know, maybe like take screenshots and compare. But we're gonna try our best to do this whole process in Python. I just set up a brand new Python script right here in Visual Studio. Let's go ahead and go with a Python file. I've actually never used VS Code. I've used Visual Studio before. What the fuck am I doing? Uh, I guess it's just put hello internet. I wonder if anybody's gonna get mad. Oh yeah, that's right. I usually code in Visual Studio, and I'm making my own little game project here. Shameless little plug, Galactic Inc. coming out soon. I just got an alpha released here for all my friends, but I guess I'll leave a link to the GitHub with the setup in case anybody's interested. Looks like this. You can create your own levels and whatnot, all in C++ and everything. But this primarily is going to try and create a little Python file. So I guess I should try and run this thing first, right? Save. Oh, cool. I get to choose where I could save it at. Let's just go ahead and I'll save this actually to like a brand new empty drive. I guess I could save it to the drive with Pokemon stuff, right? Here, let's try this out. New folder, Shiny Hunter. I guess that's what we could call it. And main code file. Save that right there. All right, go. Oh, it's doing something. All right, let's peeping game at where there's at. It's great. And hello, internet. Wow, that was oddly slow. Is it going to be slow every single time like that? That's terrible. So I'm not at all too sure how to get started here. I guess let's define the name. Oh geez. Uh, oh my God, if I like shift enter, there's no way it runs the fucking code. That's insanity. Does this need to have a colon? Yeah, Python is such a weird language, man. Let's just do continue. Wonderful. No, that doesn't need to exist. Does it need to exist? Here, what do I just return false? Sure. Okay. 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 Let's relax, please. Return false. Man, I have not coded in Python in ages. So if um it was Dunder name equals Dunder main, probably like terrible for anybody and everybody that's seeing this. Let's go ahead and run main, and let's have this print out and the main function. Okay, and go or run, right, and then start. Oh, maybe that's why it took so long. It's because of the debugging. Hello, internet. Ran the main function. All right, wonderful. So it looks like we do exactly what I wanted us to do. That's great. This is so weird. And I remember VS Code being so different than this. So this works out how it works out. All right, so let's go ahead and try to import. This I promise. I noticed all viruses, but whenever you try to like create your own game, it really does not like it when you try to set up an executable for it. So let's go ahead and import time. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do the auto GUI so we could get some mouse clicks. So let's go ahead and do PIL. PIL. Weird. Import image grab. Do not know what this is. Is not accessed. Cannot be resolved from Pylance. Interesting. How to import Py auto GUI. Okay. Pip install Py. I guess we can go ahead and try that out. Uh, the term pip is not recognized. That's not great. Maybe it wants me to use the actual terminal. Let's go and see if that works. Terminal is running up. Boop, boop. No, it does not. That's not great.
2,000 years later.
Maybe that was like a real newbie thing, huh? Everybody's gonna yell at me. Dry over 2 seconds while holding down the right button. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, let me just go ahead and do like 100, 100, and we'll see if this stuff is working. Let's go ahead and run. Start without debugging. And do you work? Oh, and it teleported. Let's go. All right, so we got time. Or sorry, we got auto GUI. We got it working, baby. Hell yeah. There we go. And from PIL, a little bit more customizable. Maybe I could like read this in from a file or something like that. I know file reading is a little bit easier. PIL seems to not be working all that well, which is not great. Handled by Visual Studio Code instead. I don't know. Let's go ahead and okay. So maybe not. Few problems. Not be resolved by Highlands. No, check this stuff out. Oh wow, you can just exist. Hello. Diagonal. No, it's still out there vacuuming. Smell good. No, that's like use some royalty free music to cover all this stuff up. Pi decimal. Okay, let's go ahead and try and give this a shot then. Let us try this out. Start the debugging. Mm-hmm. They'll import it successfully and said, okay. Looks like it is working. So how I go back and export this? If I try to do image, let's go. Okay, cool. Image dot, no, image. I guess I don't know how this works. Well, uh, let's go ahead and do a few things. So let's go ahead and do def. Um, okay. So let's go ahead and just do this with a hard-coded in thing. So let's go ahead and do reset keys equals a list. And then let's go ahead. For me, the keys are Q, E, as well as 2. Now I don't know. Oh, shucks. I gotta stop. Oh, geez. I gotta stop opening stuff that I'm just not supposed to be opening. Um, but okay. End task, pretty please. No, and all tasks. There we go. So let's go ahead and perform underscore soft underscore reset. Let's go and do that. Oh shucks. I keep on wanting to do that. So for key and reset keys, um, let's go ahead and do pi auto GUI dot press. Let's go ahead and do key. So tab to the white space. I don't know. So for some reason, unexpected indentation. Okay, so this needs to go here. This needs to go here. Which is very strange. Geez, Lou. Oh my goodness. I am so not used to writing stuff in Python. Time dot sleep. And let's go ahead and do 5. So let's go ahead and do that. And now, while yeah, let's go ahead and just set up a bool. Geez, I don't know how to do this. I guess we can do this up here. Bool running equals false. I guess just bool running should probably equal true for the first little bit. Statements must be separated by new lines or semicolons. Semicolon. No. Jeez. My God. So let's do while running. Let's go ahead and do a few things. So running now. Boom, boom, boom. Um, and let's go ahead and what was it? It was input dot or here it was input, and then do you want or do ahead and do variable equals input. Do you want to soft reset? Um, var slash n. Okay. Variable is not access. Okay. I forgot how the input function looks a little bit less complicated and a little bit more concise. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's like Terra, but we're gonna see. So let's go. So if keyboard, we get to press shift. Hmm, doing something like that. So what if I go ahead? Let me go ahead and I'll also that up there. So if keyboard press, let's go ahead and do let's do like F1 is pressed. Going to do starting. Um, oh, I should probably put this into the while loop. So let's start it out as true. Let's go ahead and do this stuff right here, starting. And then let's go ahead and check out uh F. Okay. So I was not recording for a little bit there, but I essentially what I did is I imported keyboard and I'm just gonna do a real simple quick thing here. So let's go ahead and run this right quick. Let's see how this works. Oh, no module needs keyboard. Okay, so it looks like we have to install keyboard first. I did forget. So let's just go ahead. I guess we can probably just copy what something like this, right? Install. Let's check out key. What's it called? Just straight all lowercase keyboard. Downloading keyboard. And there we go. So now keyboard exists. Let's go ahead and run that bad boy. Oh, yes, I guess so. No module name. That's not right. Okay. Oh, okay. So print's running now. Now if I press F1, oh wow. So it prints it a lot. It's pressed. That's right. So OBS Studio, it seems, gets um clicked and unclicked whenever I do F1 or F2. I forgot. I know I could definitely change this like within of this thing, but I'm just gonna change this out to be like it's gonna be terrible. F6 and F7. Can you tell I'm a child? Maybe, maybe. uh, Alrighty. So back to the stuff here. Now it seems to print this stuff out quite a good bit. If key dot is pressed. So I don't know whether or not. Let's go ahead and try and toss that bad boy on there. So let's go ahead and do F6. Dev on key event. Now was event type, keyboard dot key down, and okay. So let's go ahead and try this out. Okay. If event does have people's key down. So let's try this out maybe. Now it obviously ran a few times. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem to work. All right, so let me actually go ahead and test out this. So I'm going to put this on a separate monitor. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to open up Citra. A little bit to Google it. I mean, hey, you gotta learn somehow, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and go here. Just go ahead and get in here real quick. So let's actually go ahead and we're gonna run the Python script off screen right quick. Go ahead and run this bad boy. Okay, so it's running. Okay, it's running. So if we go ahead and click on here, and then press F6, and it seems to actually go ahead and restart the game. Reset performed. And it waits a decent little second just to let the reset happen. And if I do this, then it goes right on ahead and it performs the reset. That is wonderful. Okay, awesome. So that is working. Yeah, just F6 and then goes ahead and does that. That is great. So, now that we got that going, I'm playing some music right now. Okay, so it's not showing the music. Joey Badass though, quite the man, I gotta say. So, awesome. So it's doing the soft resets, which is great. Let's go ahead and see if we can make another function that's gonna actually handle the movement and the other logic here. So, ah, okay, hold on. Okay, okay, cool. Took a second, made some homemade sushi with my sister. Okay, so right on back here. Um, so I'm interested in doing something here, right? Uh, we need to go ahead and somehow uh, this is okay. Let me go ahead and just hi auto GUI dot press, and then let's go ahead and do input keys just 0 for now. Let's go do time dot sleep 5. So it's gonna maybe not 5. Let's do like 2, maybe like 1. I don't know. So go ahead and do soft reset, and then let's go ahead and do perform logic. So in theory, this should set up an entire encounter. So it should press C all times, and then um, for I in range. Um, I guess does high auto? It has to be a hold. Wonderful. So then it's a key, and then interesting. So it's let's go ahead and hold movement key. Um, movement key, and then let's just go ahead and just do, you know, go ahead and check out this thing answer. So there's W right here. That's going to hold this, and then I want this to hold this for a certain amount of time. So this thing wants me to go ahead and do key down, and then let's go ahead and just do movement keys for a little bit. at 0. And then let's go ahead and find sleep. Let's go ahead and just hold it down for 2 seconds. And then just be up. Yeah, that's not. Well, let's hold it on down. Um, okay. Let's go ahead and so we added in a sort of really just simple logic thing. It's just soft resetting pretty much. So essentially what I believe should be happening here is going to be pressing the C key 4 times, which is just the confirmation key, right? It's the thing that I have bound at my A button in Citra. And then after this loop is performed, what we're going to do is we're going to just hold the W key down for about 2 seconds to hopefully run into this thing. Maybe I'll turn this up just for like 3 seconds just to be safe. And then we should, right after the perform this, let's go ahead and perform hot logic. Um, so let's go ahead and stop. Let's see. Let's get Citra up and running. There it is. Okay. Let's just do a cheeky little encounter right here. Anything? Anything? No? Could have been cool though. So let's go ahead and run our program. Go ahead and start. Okay, so it has started. Now, as soon as I press F6, we reload the game. Okay. Now, are we pressing C at all? Oh, we press C. Interesting. Reset perform. Okay, okay. So I think we're just pressing C a little bit too much, right? So let's go ahead and change this to say 3 seconds. I think these should be values that I can like make changeable in whatever it is that I want to do. Um, so let's go ahead and start the program up again. Let's finish out the encounter. And now it's running. Apologies for any noise in the background, but I do live with children. So right here, we are going to restart the program. Might need to wait a good little bit longer. Oh, interesting. So still on starting, and it said that it's pressed the button. Okay, maybe that was a little bit too much. Let me go ahead and have this thing print out whenever it presses a button. So print key was pressed. Go ahead and oh right. I guess I should toss this over here. Let's make this an F string just so we can toss in close keys 0. Little bit around a little formatting right here. So let's pause and let's go ahead and start debugging once again. Oh, jeez. Let me close my door here real quick. So I'm gonna edit this out for now. All right. So as you can see, the program is now running. So if I go ahead and I was to press F6, it restarts. Okay. Give it a little bit of okay, it pressed C. It pressed C. Pressed C. And it pressed C again. Was this because I was clicked out of the window? That could be the issue. If that is the issue, I mean, I'll just click into it just to see if it is. Okay. So, click here. You can see it got highlighted. So restart. See what's pressed. See what pressed. See what pressed. Okay, cool. But as you can see, if I press C, then it proceeds to work out fine. Oh, okay, that was strange. It seems to still be holding down W whenever I did that. Um, so let me go ahead and solve these just on my own here. So if I am pressing W, no, so it still lets me go ahead and do such things. Okay, so we're right here, and it says that it is pressing C. Input keys dot press. I don't know why this would maybe not be working. What if I go ahead and try to hold C down, but only for like a second? Um, right. Okay. Let's go ahead and check this out with the input keys. Input key 00. Let's go ahead and just do one. Let's rerun the program. Now it is running. If I go right on here, focus on it, and we press this here. I don't know if it's gonna like update it, but oh, it's gotten somewhere. It wasn't there beforehand. Interesting. Oh, okay, so it got to the little W portion that we just saw. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up. Just apologies, but I guess, I guess it'll be maybe more entertaining if I just go ahead and toss it this way. Who knows? Okay, I guess I can like, what is it, dual screen this, right? How do I do that? Right there. Let's go ahead and do that. Wonderful. So, okay, let's go ahead and restart. So after restarting, we're going to see we can go ahead. It says running now. Now we're going to press F6. Now you see it starts. We know that it does because of the restart. Now it presses C. Says it presses C again. Presses C. And then presses C a final time. Interesting. Um, okay. Now that is certainly an issue. We're doing key up instead of key down. Jeez, I wonder who noticed that and has just been yelling at me. Okay, so does this thing allow like a half second interval or oh it looks like it does. Okay, so let's go ahead and restart. Let's wait for that little running symbol running now. So let's go ahead and click into the screen, press F6, and we nice. Nice. I guess it's going to press C two more times. So I guess functionally speaking, we only need to press it twice, which is good. It goes in and it checks him out. Wow. That is amazing. So let me see if I can maybe wait a little bit less time. 0.2. And then let's go ahead and do this only twice. But essentially, this goes ahead, does that, presses C, and waits that 0.2 seconds, presses C again. Oh, is that a little bug that happened there? Okay. I guess not, right? Because it just, yeah, okay, that makes sense. This just happens whenever you run it twice. So I think it was, God, I forgot to restart the code before running it again. Best programmer of all time, by the way. Okay, so it's running. Let's go ahead. F6. I did not know you could do that, by the way. Like, see the status effects of it. Pretty cool. So once, twice, and walks right ahead. And wow, that is honestly pretty amazing. Let's go ahead and have like just go ahead and do point one. And then after the loop finishes, the game runs pretty quickly, especially with that whole 3 second thing. So let's go ahead and try to get rid of that. Let's restart. Let's wait for the run logic. Wonderful. And now press F6. Oh. Okay, so I pressed C a little bit too fast that time. So it looks like point two is a pretty good number. Obviously, I think I'm gonna like just because of how finicky that is, I think I'm gonna just have to let a person decide whatever this value should be. Uh, so let's go ahead and run our code. Oh, is it? Hold on. This is very, oh, okay, I guess this exists. Oh, interesting. Python was not found. Hmm. Exited with code in that many seconds. I will be. Looks like we definitely got to do a bit of a few things, but let's go ahead. Go ahead and run this without debugging. What happened? Seems to compile a lot faster, which makes a lot of sense. Oh, shucks. Hold on. And no, that I just lost it. All right, I think it saves. So once, too fast again. No way. I think the end of the for loop might have actually been saving me there because this is just this while this is the time interval between the clicks. So it's just pressing the both of them simultaneously. I mean, the whole thing about like I probably should know that with all honesty. But at the same time, coding is just that kind of a process where you start things and then you see if they work versus. So we go ahead, we press F6, and right there starts up, presses the C button, presses it again, walks up, and that right there is honestly pretty perfect timing, I gotta say. So that totally works, and I'm really happy with that. Okay, so that is beautiful. Um, I'll definitely have to deal with, like all of these kind of magic numbers here and whatnot, but it's all right. So while running, I'm interested in sort of maybe putting this in putting this in another loop here, right? So we can have something like while, instead of while running, let's just go and have it be an infinite loop. So that way our program runs no matter what. We're always checking for those clicks. While true, what we can go ahead and do is we're basically going to need another while loop. So um, I can either run that in this while loop, or I guess I can just run another function. But I think maybe, I mean, it's not too crazy, right? This is just a little simple program. Go and do running. So this time I should set running just to false. Oh geez. I always get so mad at like people typing terribly whenever I'm watching these kinds of videos or like coding content in general. I realize I'm definitely not one to talk at all. So while running, let's go ahead and do this. So this should hopefully work out. I mean, this whole sleep stuff should be good. But now instead of here, I can basically go ahead and I can set running equals true. And then right here, if it's F7, then running equals false. Okay. I guess I can make this an else if statement, but I'm not really too bothered. So while running, now issue is well, this while loop is consistently gonna run through, right? So I feel like if I'm in this while loop, I feel like I might get stuck here because I'm never actually gonna be making this check. So I think just breaking at the end of it might be a decent idea. Um, However, I think then instead of a while loop, this should also just be an if statement. So like if, I guess I don't really know why I did that, right? So if running, let's go ahead and run this batch of code right here. Um, I guess I can like do the whole escape script thing. So if run script, let's go ahead and have just another bool. Um, Run script equals true. So this should let me theoretically go ahead and just exit out. So keyboard dot is pressed escape, I think. Would that be how we do it? So let's go and do that. Then I would like to say run script equals false. And I mean, once the main code executes, oh, actually, I think we might we might get into here. So I think I should just kind of keep this as is then. So let's go ahead and run. Um, oh, cannot access local variable run script. Um, that's interesting. What's happening here? I mean, it says it's running, which is interesting. I mean, that kind of just happens here. I should probably go ahead and just have that here. So let's go and do that. Uh, I guess I shouldn't, because then it'll just like fill up the terminal, right? Okay. Um, so while run scripts, variable, and then unbound. I guess if it's yelling at me, I suppose I can go ahead and maybe that's why I don't know. But let's go ahead and just set run script to true on the first run. Let's go ahead and run the code again. Um, Cannot access local. That is so weird. Here, I guess I don't need this break loop anymore. Maybe the break was the thing that was doing it. Maybe not. Probably not. But in all fairness, that's fine by me. I'm fine with putting stuff here. I guess that's better, right? Because it'll just work nicer that way. Just so you know, only thing up there is just key inputs and wondering. Okay, so it says that the code is running. Let's go ahead and get it. Oh, did I close Central? Oh, what on earth? Excuse me, everybody. Let's go ahead and open her up. All right. So open Pokemon Go and a Pokemon Go. Oh, wrong, wrong thing there. Oh, there's the word visual glitch. Central does do that sometimes. Let's go ahead and stop emulation. Blah blah start emulation. Okay. See, my only issue with this is I'm worried that if I have this set at like a certain time with this whole dot sleep stuff, that it's like not gonna work out properly. Which is definitely. Oh, I mean, look at that though. That is a thing of beauty. Okay, so it does that. Now, oh, okay, and then okay, okay. Let's Oh, okay. We pressed and we're just going in with it. Very strange. So if I actually press F7, I can stop pressing keys on my keyboard. Would you please? No, it's not. That's not great. I mean, it recognizes that. What, F7 you don't recognize? Oh, that's right. It's escape that does it. So starting seems to not be working. Not great. One script. Okay. So I think that may have been, um, you know, so I think that that may have definitely been the issue right there. The fact that I was um not having each one of these be an individual character and instead was a single whole character. I'm curious why it worked the first time. 'Cause it should not have been working the first time, but let's go ahead and see if that might fix it. So this should hopefully go ahead and be a all running loop now. Okay, go ahead, press C twice, go right on in there. Mhm. Okay, reset does not occur, which is not ideal. Does this stuff press a C? And then it should have restarted, but it doesn't. Not the world's most ideal thing. Okay, go ahead and pause. Um, Maybe if I was to add a delay before the keys are pressed, sleep 0.1. Let's see if that might help out. Run, run out, press F6. If I just have it like press F6. That would be crazy, actually. Yeah, so the reset does not occur for some reason. C is pressed twice. Press C. Interesting. Yeah, so for some reason it's not working. Hmm. You know what? I think I'm going to actually try and see if I can just have it press F6 and see if that is gonna work. I mean, it shouldn't. Like here, if I was to, for example, run the code, right? Let me now press F6. It does this, performs the reset. If I press F6 each time, It seems to be working correctly. What if I had changed F6 to the requirement I instead of having me something stupid like colon. Right, okay. So I'm trying to run it this way and see if that's really what's happening. Or if it's just getting reset. Because if I press F7, oh, press F6, press F7, press F6. F6 just resets. There's no way. There is no way. What a terrible, terrible coincidence. Um, well, so two ways of going through it here. I can either just have it press F6, or I can go ahead and try it out the other way. I have no idea why that might be happening. Because if I hold, maybe that's just a better idea here, right? I don't know. I don't know. Um, hmm, 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 hmm. I guess if it's always holding them, right? Right. I'm going and pause this up. So what if I go ahead and try and rewrite this a little bit, and I was to do so for doing in this, let me go ahead and do high auto G ride on hold. How do you know hold? Essentially, just do what it is that we are doing here. So key down, right? We go ahead and do key. Now it should go ahead and hold all of the keys down. At which point I can say time dot sleep 0.5 seconds or something like that. And then I can go ahead and key up all the keys in like sequential order and see if this works. Because this could mimic what's happening. I just can't believe that. That's just my luck. Um, the thing that fucking F6 is what reselling. I guess I should be pressing F6, but that's also a little bit too dependent. And like I would rather have this just because of the ability. Oh, it seems to have reset. It's gone ahead and press C again, walk forward. So shiny, and it reset. Let's go, baby. All right. And it's just it's able to fully do this now, which is wonderful. And then it's just able to see it. Boom. And we have a running loop that essentially just shiny hunts for you. Um, which is wonderful. Okay. Cool beans. Now if I press escape, I would say hold escape down maybe. No. Continue pressing escape. No, okay. Cool. You got spam escape. And it eventually shuts down. Let's go and do this for the ceremonial. And there we go. Awesome. And just